good afternoon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris Welcher, and today I want to talk about something that I just got done dealing with, so that hopefully this will help some of you that have never gone through this before. So we're going to be talking about how to get a new ORCR for either your motor vehicle or your motorcycle if you have lost it. So I am currently traveling here in the Philippines, and I am not in the original place that my ORCR came from. So I had to learn a new process because I'm in a different area. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through what you need to do so that this makes it easier for you and doesn't take you as long as it did for me to do this. So first thing that you need to do is whatever town that you are in, especially if you're traveling, just find the local police station to where you're at, and you're going to need to know where that's at because you're going to have to go there in this process. The first part of the process is that you need to go to a notary public, and I believe it has to be a notary public within a lawyer's office, so it has to be the one and the same. So you're going to go in there and you're going to ask for an affidavit of loss for losing your ORCR. And they're going to fill out a paper for you. You're going to need a valid ID. They're going to fill out a paper for you. They're going to have you sign it. And you'll have to pay them. The cost here was 200 pesos for that document. It might be different in different areas, but that's what I had to pay here. I'm in Butuan City, currently in Mindanao. After you do that, you then need to go to City Hall for that area, and in City Hall you're going to go to the cashier and you're just going to pay for an official receipt. So you'll give them the affidavit of loss, and then they're going to write an official receipt for you. And then once you have that, and you have to pay for that, that was 20 pesos. Once you have that, then you are going to go to the police department. And once you're at the police department, you need to tell them that you need to have them put that in their bladder. So they're going to write up another report, like a loss of your ORCR, like an official report for the police department. And once that's written up, they're going to give it to you, and you're going to take it back to the area at the police department that does the bladder, that writes stuff in the bladder. Once you're finished there, you need to go to a emissions testing place. And whether it's a car or a motor vehicle, or a motorcycle, whichever one it is, you need to have them take a stencil of the engine code and the model number. And once you have that stencil, then you're going to take all of that paperwork, and you need to go to a copy place, and you need to make copies of everything except for the stencil. So make copies of everything you've gotten so far. You're going to take that to the LTO office. Once you're at the LTO office, you're going to have to pay 100 pesos for a release form or something, and then you're going to go inside the actual LTO office, and you can start the processing from there. I actually chose not to do the full process here in Butuan because I have a picture of my original ORCR, and it's much cheaper if I get it done where my motorcycle came from, which is Metro Manila. So if you choose to have it done wherever you're at traveling, and it's not from where you're originally from, you're going to have to pay extra, because they have to send off your ORCR to the area that you originally got it from, and they're going to check and make sure that that's a legit ORCR and that there's no issues with it. So here in Butuan City, if I was to have had that done in a normal process, which can take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, would cost 1,500 pesos. I think I left out the receipt that you get from the LTO office. First off is 100 pesos. So if you need it quickly, which I would have because we're not going to be here for that long in Butuan, it would have cost me 3,500 pesos to get a rush on it. Rush, however, is not done through the LTO office. That's done externally, which is not typically a good thing. It's basically frowned upon. It's not the correct process. But you can go that route if you don't have any copies of it at all whatsoever and you need something right then and there, then you can go that route. Normally, it's a good idea not to have your original ORCR on you. You should keep it at home and have Xerox copies with you. However, we had just purchased the motorcycle on our journey to come vacation, so we still had our original ORCR with us, unfortunately. So when we lost it, we lost what we needed to keep. So we couldn't just have Xerox copies. So, but I did have a picture of it on my phone, and they told me that that's good enough to be able to use anywhere I need to use until I get back to Manila so that I can process the paperwork. But now I have all the paperwork so that when I get back to Manila, I am able to just walk into the LTO and apply for that. Now, if you are at your local office, the fee, I believe, is between 200 and 300 pesos to do it the regular way in your normal office, which you won't have to wait for them to send it off to confirm it, to make sure that it's legit ORCR. So you shouldn't have a time limit on that, and you should be able to just get it within a day or two. Or you might be able to get right on the spot. I'm not sure because I haven't got to that portion yet. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick walkthrough of what you need to do if you're trying to get a new ORCR, if you're traveling, or even if you're just in your normal area. So you need to go to the Notary of Public first off. Then you need to go to the City Hall. After the City Hall, you need to go to the Police Department. After the Police Department, you need to go get some copies made. After you get your copies made, you can go get your stencil, or you can get your stencil first, or however you want to do it, at the emissions testing office. And then after that, you can proceed to the LTO. Just make sure you have a valid ID on you, because you'll need that at the Notary of Public and also at the LTO. And as long as you have all that stuff, you should be fine. If you have pictures of your original ORCR, you're going to need to make copies of that. If you just, like I had a picture on my phone, they asked me to make a printout copy of that, so you'll need that for the LTO as well. So, but if you don't have that, obviously you don't have that. But if you do, they will want a copy of that, so you'll have to print that out as well when you're at the print shop. So that's it. Just trying to make things a little bit easier for you guys, because it was kind of a hassle for me, and it's normal. If you live here in the Philippines, you already know. But if you're not from the Philippines and you're here trying to deal with something for the first time, it's everything that you do in any kind of dealings here in the Philippines, I kind of like to call the back and forth game. Because if you're doing something for the first time and you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to go to one place, and then you're going to go to another place, and then you're going to have to come back to the first place, and then they're going to tell you to go somewhere else, and then you're going to come back to the first place again, and it's just back and forth. That's just the way that everything seems to get done here. It's the normal process. Like I said, if you live here, you're used to it, but if you're not from here and you're traveling, or you're a foreigner and you're not used to it, it's something you just got to get used to. That's just the way of life here. So don't get frustrated. It can be difficult if you haven't dealt with that kind of stuff before. It can be frustrating, but you just gotta accept it for what it is, and just take it as it comes, and get things figured out so that you can be done with whatever it is you're working on and move on to something else. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope that this information is helpful to you, and I hope that you will hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.